Welcome to the Sounds of Stadia Post-Show, episode number 20. We're joined once again by our very special guest off the back of episode 63, Mr. Rokk, joining us for the post-show. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm very well, thank you. Very festive.
Good. Very festive it is. I'm starting to get there. We've put our decorations up now, as you can see, so I always getting at that.
You're just guilting me into this, aren't you?
Well, you're just decorations up yet. Ebenezer Pixel himself is joining us this week. Also, below Rokk, we've got Richie, the man of many pixels, joining us. He keeps telling us he's going to have his Christmas decorations up, but here we are on the Friday, many days after the podcast, and he's still not put them up.
I didn't even realise that. By the time you're watching this, my decorations will be up, unless you're Patreon, and then there won't be.
Exactly. And as Richie alluded to, you can get this show a whole 5 days earlier by being one of our patrons, which actually, at the time of recording, Rokk, congratulations and welcome to the Sounds of Stadia Patreon page channel. You are now not only you are. Oh, there is Rokk the first patron to have been on the show.
Yes.
Outside of obviously you, me, and Tom.
Chase has been.
Damn. Okay. Sorry, Rokk. Took that away from you.
I always follow Chase's footsteps. That's absolutely fine.
It's not a bad pair of feet to follow in. That's
no, not at all. No, I still don't fit.
But here we are for the post show, and we've got a bit of a special on this week. So in Tom's absence, and with all the crazy game news, we thought we'll stay focused on Stadia games. But I wanted to make it a little bit in light with all the festivities and Christmas, all the reindeer games that people love playing this time of year. I thought we'll put it out to the panel to do something different. So we're going to be playing, ladies and gentlemen, for episode 20 of the post show, Stadia 20 questions. And the rules of Stadia 20 questions are: our competitors, Rokk and Richie, both have, collectively, between the two of you, 20 questions to ask myself about a Stadia game. It is a Stadia game. So again, just we said in the pre-show, whatever that little gap is between the actual podcast and this recording. The rules, it won't be anything too obscure. It's not going to be the USB-C cable that came with your Premiere Free edition. It's going to be a Stadia game. 20 questions. I can only answer yes or no. That's the kind of hardened rule. I can be a bit loose, depending on how much you're struggling. And we can come up with the answer. So, do you have any questions about the rules? Or are you quite up to scratch?
I'm pretty good at it.
You're good.
I'm happy.
You're pretty good at it. Good at the game or good at the rules?
No, I'm terrible at the game.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that actually, I have played this before quite a few times. So I'm hoping that the fact that we've got it's a Stadia game that straight away narrows things down a lot, because when I've played in the past, it's just whatever.
It could be
you've got 20 questions to figure out.
Anything. It's a bit more specific to the topics we usually cover on this show. But yes, so like I said, it's a Stadia game. I'll throw it out to you, wonderful people, to start. So any questions? See if you can narrow it down and find out what the game is. I've got open right here. What's your first question?
I've got one that I just need to get off my chest. Is it a roguelite?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, that's 2 questions, Richie.
Sorry. I did that for the joke, so I mixed the question.
Is it a pro game?
Ooh. Is it a pro game? Sorry, I'll minimise everything on my window very briefly. So if anyone's watching thinking, why did you just see Chris's wallpaper background? It's because I tried to minimise the window and everything shut down. So that question, is it a pro game, Rokk?
That was the question.
Yes.
Ooh, good. I can narrows down the screen I've got here.
Have you got like a grid graph chart?
I've pulled up the Stadia store, so I've now gone to Stadia Pro Games. Makes my life easier. Go on, Richie.
Right, so it's a pro game that isn't a roguelite. Well, has it come to Stadia in the last 3 months?
Yes. Yes, it has.
So, It's one of what? Oh, this isn't the question, by the way. I'm
It's
just
one of about
working out.
40 games.
I was going to say with Stadia Pro, yeah, you got 8 this month alone.
Yeah.
Is it a first person?
No. That's 5.
Oh, crikes. Yeah, but he's had more than me.
No, it's collective.
Oh, okay.
My mind's gone blank on what 4 games we got recently.
This is the problem with 20 questions. You go down the rabbit hole, you get like
So-
the initial ones out the way, and then your brain just goes, I'm out.
In the last 3 months, there's 20 pro games added. There was 8 for December, 6 for November, and 6 for October.
But now you've got a question, do I decide months as in the actual name of the month or just the time frame?
It wouldn't really matter because it's come out at the start of the month anyway.
But if I say 90 days is 3 months, that would take us back into another month, right?
Yes, but the game would have already been a pro game at that point. Unless it was like the one that suddenly dropped later in the month or something. But
Or I could just be trying to distract you from your thought process.
It helped me stall for time, actually, while I try to think of a question.
Any questions you'd like
Have
to...
we played it on the Thursday night stream?
Ooh, that's a great question, Richie. That may be cheap, but yes. Yes, we have.
All right, so we've got Wildlands, Bomberman, other games.
No cheating, by the way. Don't suddenly get up our past history.
I was going to, but I won't.
You can't just use algorithms and stuff. It has to be purely from the mind.
The most recent one was... God, it was only a couple of days ago when we recorded this.
Again, you could ask questions about like the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, was the developer Ubisoft?
No.
There you go. You can discount that one.
So it's not Wildlands then.
How many Thursday night games have you played?
We change game up pretty much every week.
Right.
You're lucky you answered
3
that
months worth
question
of games.
quickly there, Richie. 'Cause
Right.
I could have got in and struck one off.
Yeah, but it can only be. Yeah, I suppose it could be 12 or more, couldn't it?
Yeah.
I can in through space and time I can hear our audience screaming questions
Yeah.
at the tablets and their phones and their podcast. They're driving the
Screaming at
car,
me for
screaming,
forgetting
going,
all the
just
games that
answer.
we've
Yeah,
played."
you played this game last week.
Does it have less than 3 words in the title?
No. Wait, less than 3 words?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, that cuts out Outcasters, which is the most recent one we played. I did remember that eventually. That cuts out Sniper Elite. Is it Zombie Army?
No.
Can we can guess and keep going asking questions?
Yeah, of course,
That's
yeah.
just a question. Right, okay. Cool. Okay. Let's have a look here then.
There's something I want to ask myself, but I don't. It might give it away, so I'm refraining right now. So if anyone thinks I'm unfair come the end of this all, my apologies.
I am not aware of all the games that you've played on a Thursday, so that only means something really to you, Richie.
Yeah.
Is it a top-down game?
No.
How many have we had so far?
You're up to 9 questions at this point.
Okay. I've got some space.
So,
Have we played it more than once?
now you're testing my knowledge of our Thursday night streams. No. So to recap, it's not top down. It's not Ubisoft. What else have you asked?
It's pro game in the last 3 months. It has more than three or more words in the title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's not first person.
And it's not first person.
Because interestingly enough, there aren't many pro games with more than 3 words in the title. And it can't be Super Hot because that's first person. It can't be Lara Croft and Temple of Osiris because that's top down.
I think I might have narrowed it down to potentially 2 games, and I've got a good question to split them. Was Tom on camera when we were playing?
Oh, that's a question. It's a very specific question. I may need to open up YouTube to jog my memory with. Let's have a quick
The
check.
reason it's specific is because the 2 games I'm thinking of, one, Tom was on camera with us. The other, he was in the game, but he wasn't on camera.
I can't even remember now what that's. It's on mute. Just people in the audience get like, okay, right. Yes, he was on camera.
Right.
Can you use this to make games?
No.
Oh, actually, it's not one of the games I was thinking. Because one of the games I was thinking would be a roguelite. And that was literally my first question.
Yeah, you're right.
I was thinking Risk of Rain, but
No, that's the roguelite.
yeah, I forgot my own question.
That's part of 20 questions. You got to remember your previous questions.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
I should write them down.
Crikey.
So that's 12 questions, gentlemen.
I'm struggling to think of what we've played recently, because we had a run where we played Marvel's Avengers for like a good few weeks, but we've only played it once, so it's not Avengers. It was on a Thursday night stream, so Hitman's out, because while we have played that was part of our anniversary stream, not the Thursday night stream.
Can you choose to be first person in this game, although normally it's third person? Or third person.
Would you like to rephrase that as a yes or no question?
Sorry. Can you also choose first person as an option?
No.
Okay.
I don't think.
Okay, you would know. The game I had in mind, you would know that is the case.
So that probably rules out PUBG.
There is, again, yes or no, but there is a caveat to it.
And humans fall flat as well.
That was one of the ones I was thinking of before.
Obviously, Dead by Daylight first person.
Dead by Daylight I've cut out because we have played that more than once.
Yeah, and it says first person, isn't it? So,
what about the type of game? Like, what do you do in the game?
Is it a platform game?
No.
See, I'm just assuming it's kind of like a party game, because that tends to be the stuff we play on a Thursday.
Oh.
Which is why I was leaning, because we do tend to lean towards things like Cake Bash and
Is it a
things
party
that we can get the audience involved in.
No.
Thank you.
15 questions.
Yeah.
That's 15 questions, gentlemen.
Right.
5 left, and your final question needs to be your guess. So you got 4.
Oh, okay, right. So we've got 4, 2 each.
God,
Does it involve vehicles?
Yes.
Yeah, but not massively by their paws.
It's hard because when it's yes or no, there's like little gaps in there where it's like factually yes, but not to the degree that I would guess the question's pertaining
I think we can infer more context from the way he answers the question as well.
Yeah.
So, like, does it like vehicles? Yes.
Yeah, well, there is that.
It does involve vehicles, but not as a major part of the game.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm trying to help you, but I don't want to be, because I could say straight up no, and then you go down a completely different rabbit hole because of the no. But Yeah, I feel like there's some fair level of that, but either way, you've got 3 more questions before you need to make a guess. Or you lose.
It's one that Tom was with us for. So it's not Orcs Must Die.
Is that a question?
That's only 2 clear. No, I'm just thinking. I'm thinking aloud because you have to remember there's people watching this. So if we just sat there quietly, it's not very good.
Yeah, thankfully this one doesn't go out as a podcast, so there's no audio. People just drive around the car with 2 minutes of silence.
It's got more than 3. It's got 3 or more words in the title, so wave breaks out. Get packs out for the same reason. We haven't played Ember. Strange Brigade's out. Go on. Was I on the show?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not Pac-Man.
Pac-Man wasn't a pro game either.
No, it wasn't.
And it's more than 1 word.
Oh God, have I played Super? Oh, that's not. I'm not going to ask that question. I almost wasted a question because of my own lack of memory. Oh God, I'm gonna. Is this one where we're going to kick ourselves? That's not a question. Just roll that.
Yes. Got 2 more. I feel like if we rewound back to the beginning and you ask more game specific questions rather than Stadia, like was it this type of game, you would have funneled it down to like the genre or something earlier. But now you've got 2 questions left. You're quite limited between what you can kind of focus on now.
Well, we know it's not a game like Monopoly or Uno. We know it's not first person. We know it's not top down.
Which means it's some sort of third person game.
Yes.
Because also Stadia have streamed on a Thursday night with all 3, me, Chris, and Tom involved.
Yeah.
And it's got 3 or more words in the title. I am completely at a loss here.
You can tick off the ones that you know it's not.
All right. So it's not Hitman. It's not Sniper Elite. It's not Zombie Army. It's not Cake Bash. It's not Crater. It's not Risk of Rain. It's not.
As we pass the 20-minute mark nearly, I'm thinking it's an awkward one because it's funneling you away from potentially the answer, but in terms of characters in the title, Richie, your question, or Rock's question, I can't remember whose it was. Numbers are also words.
Okay.
Just want to say that.
Yeah, I was assuming that. It's not Avengers. It's not Bomberman. It's not Pac-Man. I've got a list of games. It's not.
Okay, I'm gonna have one more. I'm gonna have one more question, and then there's one left. I think, Richie, which is it set in a historic period?
Yes.
I think Richie's already said it, but discounted it. And I think I'm not going to say though because it will give one of our questions away.
You've got one more question before you need to make a guess.
One more before we need to make a guess.
Yeah, you've got 2 more questions left, but the final one needs to be like, is it the game you think it is?
Richie, think 1940s.
You're thinking Strange Brigade.
No, I'm not. Number 4, and you've already said it isn't.
19.
So I think World War II.
Sniper Elite.
I think that's what
you're thinking Sniper Elite.
Yeah. Well, Forg, don't forget. It's number 4 on the end, which makes 3 words.
Why did I rule that out?
You did rule it out, but I can't recall why.
Did I just? I'm
You've
trying
got-
to
you've
think
got
of
one-
a
you've got
question
one.
that can confirm whether it is Sniper Elite.
But rules out every other game.
Screw is over.
You can still say it and have one more guess.
That is true, yeah. Is Richie froze? he's just froze
So
now.
while he's frozen,
I
is it
froze, sorry.
Sniper
Oh wait,
Elite
is he
4?
back? Is he?
The last thing I saw was you holding up the poster, Chris.
All right, you're back. You've caught up.
Yeah.
I thought he's just became that overwhelmed
Yeah,
by everything. He's just glitched out of existence.
The gasket. So we can ask. We've got 2 more questions, and both of them can be a game. So let's ask it. Is it Sniper Elite 4?
Yes.
Why did I rule that out?
Congratulations. You've got it with one question to spare.
All right.
I don't know why I ruled that out.
I
I
think it
thought
was,
earlier that it was a possibility, and then you said, oh, it's not that. So I thought, okay, I'll bank that one for a second.
it was. I thought it was to do with the numbers because when you said about it being 3, that's when even when I answered the question back then, if I straight came out and went,
Yeah.
it's not, but a number would count, then I thought I'm doing you a disservice by saying no, because some people would count as a number, but then 4 is also a word, right? So
It might have been that might have been why I ruled it out.
Yeah.
But I remember I was distinctly thinking he's probably counting a number as a word here.
yeah,
Yeah.
which I
So that's
would
why I
do.
probably doubt myself. I was like, no, I've ruled that out for another reason.
Yeah. So I thought you were on the right lines when you were saying, is it first person? And back to your question about first person, Rokk, obviously the game's 3rd, but then I thought, but when you look down the scope, you are very much in.
the
So I
old
was
X-ray
like,
vision thing.
oh, what's
Yeah.
that? Because that is technically
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
but then,
No, that's it. There
great work, gentlemen. You got it. You got
I
it.
need a
in.
notepad next time we play this. So I can keep track of my
To
thoughts.
jot down
That was
everything.
great fun.
Well,
That
we
was
might-
I
great
ruled
fun.
something out for stupid reasons.
But yeah, I got that from IGN Game Scoop. They've done it for years now, I think, on that show, and it's so easy because it gets you thinking about what's on the platform, what's available. You get to talk about like your question about what you're passionate about, and everyone brings different questions to the table every single time. So yeah, shout out to the IGN Game Scoop crew. And thank you very much for playing Stadia 20 questions on the Sounds of Stadia Post-Show podcast. Very well done, gentlemen. Very well done. I'm very intrigued to know how Tom would fare with this game as well now. So it may be a returning segment. Let us know in the comments down below if you would like to see more Stadia 20 questions. But as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you're kept in the loop with all of our crazy antics and Richie's wonderful questioning techniques. One day he will have Christmas decorations up. He said as much. Will we
probably
believe him?
now, if you're not a patron.
If you're not, in the time, the wibbly wobbly timey wimey thing that it definitely is. And again, massive thank you to Rokk for joining us off the back of episode 63. Go check out Rock's channels and all the different variety of shows that he runs over there, all the Stadia content. Because it's great stuff, and we love seeing it and having you on for the show as well. Thank you very much for returning.
Oh, bless you.
It's wonderful having you on to talk Stadia because we can all share in our passion of gaming and technology here. But thank you very much. Take care, everyone. Once again, I've been Chris.
I've been Richie.
And I've been Rokk.
This is Sounds of Stadia, post show number 20. Stadia 20 questions. Have a great week, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.